The true story of human revolution, the journey of humanity. The first revolution, the birth of civilization. Let us begin our journey 12,000 years ago. Back then, there were no cities, no machines, and no schools. Humans lived as hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place, surviving by hunting animals and collecting wild plants. Every day was uncertain. If it rained too much or too little, people could starve. If animals moved away, the tribe had to follow. There were no permanent homes, no safety, and no time to rest. But somewhere in a land known as the Fertile Crescent, a region that today includes Iraq, Syria, and Turkey, a spark of genius appeared. Someone noticed that when seeds were dropped on the ground, new plants grew in the same place. That simple observation changed human history. People began to plant seeds and grow crops. They tamed animals like sheep and goats. They built permanent homes and formed villages. This was the beginning of the agricultural revolution, the first great human revolution. Farming created food surpluses. Surpluses created trade. Trade created cooperation. And cooperation created civilization. For the first time, people had the freedom to think, to plan, to create art, to study the stars, and to dream about the future. It gave birth to Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and China, the first civilizations. But with this progress came new challenges. People began to fight over land and power. Inequality appeared, some became rulers, others workers. Yet, the seed of progress had been planted and humanity would never go back. The agricultural revolution taught us that knowledge and patience can turn survival into civilization. The second revolution, the power of machines. Now, let's move forward to the 18th century, to the time of the Industrial Revolution. Imagine the world then. Most people were still farmers, working with their hands. Travel was slow. Communication took weeks or months. Life was hard but simple. Then came a burst of invention. In Britain, inventors like James Watt, Richard Arkwright, and George Stephenson created machines that changed everything. The steam engine gave power to factories, ships, and trains. The spinning jenny and loom made cloth faster than ever. Coal and iron became the heart of progress. Factories rose across cities. Trains connected distant lands. For the first time, goods could be mass-produced, making them cheaper and available to all. The Industrial Revolution made life faster, bigger, and more connected. But it also brought hardship. Cities became crowded. Children worked long hours. Smoke covered the skies. The same machines that brought wealth also brought inequality and pollution. Still, humanity learned a valuable lesson, that power must be guided by responsibility. The Industrial Revolution replaced muscle with machine, and proved that invention could move mountains, but only wisdom could guide them. The third revolution, the age of information. Now we move to the 20th century, the time of the digital revolution. It began quietly in the 1940s with the first computers, giant machines that filled entire rooms. At first, they could only solve simple math problems. But they were the beginning of something extraordinary. In the decades that followed, brilliant minds like Alan Turing, Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates helped bring computers into homes and offices around the world. Then came the internet, connecting billions of people instantly. Communication, education, business, and entertainment changed forever. A farmer in Cambodia could sell products online. A student in Africa could learn from a professor in Europe. A doctor in Japan could help a patient across the world. Information became the new power, invisible yet unstoppable. Today, smartphones, social media, and artificial intelligence are part of our daily lives. The digital revolution didn't just create new tools, it changed how we think, learn, and connect. The digital revolution replaced human hands with human minds, proving that knowledge is the strongest power of all. The fourth revolution, the age of human consciousness. And now we are living in the fourth great revolution, a time when science, technology, and humanity are merging. We can now edit genes, create renewable energy, and explore Mars. We are developing machines that can think and learn, artificial intelligence. But this new revolution asks a different kind of question. What does it mean to be human? For the first time, our challenge is not just to create, but to care. To use technology to heal the planet, not harm it. To bring peace, not division. To make sure progress is shared by everyone, not just the powerful few. This is the revolution of consciousness, of the mind and the heart. The true revolution today is not about power or machines, it's about purpose and responsibility. The lesson of human revolution. When we look at history, we see a clear truth. Every revolution began with curiosity. Someone looked at the world and asked, "What if we could do better?" And that question changed everything. From planting the first seed to building the first factory, from coding the first computer to exploring the stars, humanity has always moved forward because of imagination, courage, and hope.